So hello again and welcome back to another one. And today we have a couple of topics to cover and a couple of updates, as we got updates on Eminem's reaction to Chris Pratt, the one we covered a few days ago. As in a recent interview, Chris Pratt reacted to this same video. And today we got an update on Drake's lawsuits. And we also got what looks to be a new one for 50 Cent, after Jim Jones called him a sucker on The Breakfast Club. And speaking on 50, we got a new one between 50 and Joe Budden. As if you recall, a few days ago we covered a story of what looked to be 50 checking Joe Budden in real life. We covered this exactly 5 days ago when 50 posted this on IG. Why you just left out of Mermaids so fast, Joe? It is starting to get spooky, right? Well, it turns out that something actually happened like most fans predicted online, and we got a reaction from Joe Budden a few hours ago that we'll get to in a moment. And spoiler alert, Joe Budden won't be running his mouth when it comes to 50 Cent anytime soon. And starting with Drake, check it out. Drake has reached a settlement with iHeartRadio in his ongoing legal dispute over Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us, an amicable resolution that is satisfactory to both sides. The claim against UMG remains alive, and this has sparked a couple of reactions. For instance, a user expanded, "The fact that he still acts tough is annoying. Bra ran to the law because Kendrick Lamar absolutely destroyed him. Laughing emojis." And we got more. "That's the actor's way of winning. Drake ain't no lyricist, he's an actor turned PDF, and got mad the whole world's dissing him." But when it comes to Drake, a couple of interesting things have happened over the past few days, apart from the settlement with iHeartRadio, as a snippet recently hit the web of Drake fans chanting F Kendrick during a show in Australia. And another snippet also hit the web recently of Drake addressing the rappers who turned against him during the battle.
"For my family, for my friends, for all my collaborators, all the producers, all the other artists that I work with, you know, the ones that didn't turn pussy, I mean the ones that still real, you know, my real ones. But yeah, I appreciate you."
And here's a question for you guys, genuine question. The dudes who actually turned on him aside, was Drake expecting the various artists he collabed with to come to his defense and all speak up on his behalf through everything that happened last year? And more on Drake's speech. The man is crying a year later. Like that dropped March 22nd, 2024. We are literally almost a year into this. I couldn't imagine my feelings being this hurt. Get over it. But what are your thoughts? And before we head to the next point, we got an update on Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us, as according to insiders, Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us is on pace to become the fastest hip-hop song to go diamond in the United States, as it is reportedly eligible for 8 times platinum right now, and depending on if Interscope decides to update as soon as it hits diamond, at this rate it will be officially the fastest hip-hop record to go diamond. And moving on, we recently covered Eminem's reaction to Chris Pratt's viral video, rapping Forgot About Dre. And today we got more, as Chris Pratt was on Jimmy Kimmel Live and they spoke about this viral video.
I feel kind of surprised that I didn't know. This is a video that I guess I didn't see it the first time around, but it went around quite.
When you say to someone you hate what? Anyone trying to make trouble, you bang them off in the parking lot, you know?
Thank you. I thought you were lip syncing at first.
You thought I was lip syncing?
Yeah, you sound just like Eminem. It's weird.
Oh, yeah. Well, I spent like 2 years in a van smoking weed listening to Eminem when I was 18 to 20. Okay. Before I found Jesus, Jimmy, okay? And other kids learned, I guess, what, biology at college or, you know.
That's what you learned.
I was learning how to rap.
Did you ever record your own rap songs?
I did.
And moving on, before we get to Joe Budden versus 50 Cent, we got a new one that hit the web hours ago when this happened on The Breakfast Club. from Jim Jones.
You win some, you lose some. But what's up? Who want to do a versus with me right now?
Who would you want to do a versus against?
Any one of them. Pull it up. New York, I love all my brothers in New York, but you can pull them up. Don't matter who it is. You heard? Who would you say? Who you hear? I got a real catalog. I just had a gold record last year. I mean, we could go back. I got 20 records for every year.
You know what would be a good one?
We can start from 20 years ago. I give him one record for each year.
Capo versus Styles P.
He don't got enough catalog for that.
Styles got a lot of catalog.
Not a commercial catalog. He not going to last. I mean, I love Styles. You dig? But set it up.
It depends. If it's just solo records, that'd be a good one for y'all.
I got more solo records than most of them that really hit. Remember that. You dig? Like, I got a lot of gold singles and I got some action with me. You dig? It's going to be hard for a lot of people from New York to win with Capo.
So now, before we continue, let's take a look at what Jim Jones is talking about when he says he earned a gold record last year and he's got plenty of gold and platinum records to do a versus. So we head to RIAA.com. Jim Jones. So he's right about the gold record. Last year, the song featuring Migos, We Set the Trends, went gold October 11th, 2024. But as you can see, he's got a total of 4 certifications, 2 gold and 2 platinum records. So perhaps when he says he's got plenty of gold and platinum records, perhaps he's talking about eligibility, because right now we can only see 4 certifications for Jim Jones. Back to the video.
And I got freestyles I could do all. In New York City, it's going to be hard. I would say that for anybody.
You know, on the record.
Sounds like he want to do one with 50 Cent. That's what it sounds like. It sounds like Jim.
Nah, I don't want to do nothing with that sucker. You heard? Leave him out of the conversation.
You did that on purpose.
No, I didn't.
You did. Don't start.
No, because he said a rapper. He said New York, and that's the only one that has a
I
catalog.
low-key was thinking it, I just didn't want to say it.
Because you got a catalog. There's no...
Because when you said think about it, I'm trying to think who else, even just commercially, would have a big enough songs consistently to even...
It has platinum records, gold records, #1 records. It's not too many in New York. Hov got that type of catalog. Nas got that type of catalog. But artists like that...
No, but they would...
You ain't going to do no verse.
Now, you can't do no verse with him.
What the fuck are you talking about?
You're talking about the artists that got
those types of
talking about right there. Like,
you have to bring it up.
Like, I'm not going to be saying no, but
It's the artist that has those type of
never
records.
doing them. Nope. It's going to be very hard for anybody to beat him in some type of verses.
I don't think anybody can.
Who's the lineup? You know, I love Drizzy, you dig, but there's a lot of variables to that.
So as you heard, he believes apart from Jay, no one could stand him in a versus from New York, and 50 has reportedly reacted. He took to IG to blast Jim Jones. Eyes emoji. Delusional Jomo only got 1 song. Balling written by Max B. Better shut up before I have true life dudes chasing your bum around the city again. Effing punk. And this sparked reactions like, because Jim Jones has pride, I think it is only right that I fold on his behalf before 50 Cent ruins him, laughing emoji. However, there are some that believe. I feel like once you hit a certain age, you shouldn't be beefing, even if you don't like the MFer. It look corny as hell watching 50-year-old men argue online. And when it comes to 50 having dudes chasing your bum around the city, Joe Budden recently learned the hard way, it seems. And this goes back to the story we covered a few days ago, when word got out that Joe Budden got a warning in real life, and they reacted to this on the podcast. Check out a snippet.
I believe the bartender. I'm playing.
Well, the bartenders get the drop on you. Bartender! Yo, the nigga just left just now, yo. He walked out.
Yo, tell Ray Random he at the door.
He at the door. He waiting for the driver. He's standing outside. He's waiting for the driver. Yeah, the fucking bartenders, I tell you.
Jam me up. You trying to jam me up? I want to get your shit off. Go ahead. I can't say
I'm not trying to jam you up. I don't want to
can't say nothing.
I don't want to play with you because you know why? I'm not a negativity highlighter. Ooh. So I don't want to play with you. I want to say I'm happy that you made it home safe.
I'd be down to play too. This shit wasn't true as hell. Nigga, I was 2 steps out of there. Yeah, got out of there kind of fast. I was like, oh shit, he got the line. Oh my God, yo, no, leave me alone today. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it
because I want you to get your shades.
You're not going to be there with me. You're not going to be there with me.
I will.
No, you're not.
Now, what happens when I'm there is two different things. I'll be there. Yo, Duck. Yo, Fifth, come on.
You gonna do that shit you always do? Get a couple licks in on me.
Oh, shit.
You gonna do that shit you always do? Push me, knock me to the ground. I ain't playing.
But if I knock you to the ground, I'm preventing you from getting jumped.
Oh my Lord, thank you.
Because some niggas may not hit me because they know me. I flip, get out the way.
That's exactly how I got hit every time I ever got hit. Nah, he ain't gonna hit me. Oh shit! Thank God, Mermaid was just weak that night. I was just in and out on the humbug. I ain't even know. He was on the way. You gotta move fast to catch me though. That was my third, fourth stop for the night. And I'm 44. I ain't just gonna be outside at 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning. I'm going home. Thank God. Oh shit. Jesus.
It's the line.
Shut up, Joe Budden. That's it. So that's what I'm gonna do today. I'm shutting up. I might talk to the rest of you niggas. Hold up now. Hold up, for real. There's a few of these niggas out here I want to know if they can fight. I was in the comments.
I saw that too.
Hey, you can believe this. You think what's my man name? You think he can fight? Because I don't.
I don't know. I don't really fuck with him.
Yeah, I'm gonna learn him.
And this sparked reactions like, I appreciate Joe protecting his jaw. Can't go to war with 50 unless you are up. Bodyguards is costly. I 100% believe Joe would shoot a fade with 50. But Joe wouldn't be safe in New York City and New Jersey. He'd be getting jumped monthly. And I've seen the argument about how this proves that 50 actually needs therapy, just like Joe Budden pointed out. He does need therapy. Plain and simple. But let's be real, this is just plain dumb, because Joe Budden certainly doesn't care about anyone's mental health. He just couldn't go in on 50 Cent the way he does to acts like Drake and Logic. And in Logic's case, Joe Budden bullied Logic to the point that it affected Logic's mental health. So let's stop pretending like Joe Budden actually cares about anyone's mental health. 50 had to check him before this goes out of hand. Perhaps Joe was testing the waters and now he's found out the depths. But over to you guys. Share your thoughts below. Thanks for watching and see you on the next one.